I've seen quite a few names for the shoe on Nike.com officially. It is Starfish, makes sense. I've also seen Shattered Backboard, makes sense as well. On Nike.com actually, it references the game where Michael Jordan was playing in an exhibition game against the team in Italy, and he shattered the backboard. And I've also seen references to the WNBA, which makes sense as well. This shoe is dropping one day before the WNBA All-Star Weekend. Whatever the name is, it is dropping this month. Air Jordan 3 Starfish. And the shoe is dropping on July 18th for $200 in the United States. The 18th does make sense. It is the WNBA All-Star Weekend, so even though on Nike.com it doesn't actually reference the WNBA All-Star Game or the WNBA in general at all, definitely plays into it with the orange that is like the league's color. And last year around the same time, I believe it was July 19th last year, we saw the Jordan 3 WNBA Desert Camo. And also, it is not the first time we've seen like the Starfish colorway. We saw the Jordan 1 Starfish, Jordan 4 Starfish, Jordan 13 Starfish. It's been used quite a bit, and first impressions of the shoe, yeah. Usually, I do prefer more like a deeper, darker, burnt orange type of aesthetic. I do like shattered backboards. Jordan 1 Starfish was pretty decent. Jordan 4 Starfish, pretty decent as well. But this kind of muslin tan color with the orange, I don't know. I don't love it. I think it's average, in my opinion. It's clean. It's just very hard, very hard to screw up a Jordan 3. So most Jordan 3s, when you keep it simple, it can be clean. But I'm really looking forward to colorways that like make me feel something here. Definitely for me, not Michelin star rated delicious. Quick 5 seconds of your time if you like this video. If you've liked any of my past videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And the base layer on the shoe, it is canvas. Personally, I just don't love canvas and textiles on sneakers. Just don't love how it feels and how it looks, and just prefer leather over everything. Remember, nubuck and suede are just forms of leather, so including those. Now on the overlays though, it is suede. Now according to Nike.com, it is premium suede, and I don't know about all of that. It really just does not feel that premium. It almost feels kind of like that synthetic type of suede that you see on MX1s. And then on the IceAs, as well as the ankle collar of this shoe, you get the hairy type of suede. Now some people do like that. I personally don't. I kind of like more smooth and like plush type of suede. I will say this does swap out the elephant print with just a plain flat color. Obviously changing out one of the most distinct things about a Jordan 3 can be, I don't know, controversial. Some people don't love it, but I will say I've kind of grown to like that a bit more over the years. I feel like it gives it a more cleaner look, and I do feel like if you ask like non-Jordan brand lovers or non-sneakerheads who don't know anything about elephant print, whatever, they just see it as a pattern. They don't know that it's like an OG feature, and they just saw a Jordan 3 with no elephant print versus one that does. I feel like those type of people, like that cohort, will go for the one that doesn't. Might be just me, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Going up the tongue, it is canvas as well, leading up to the top of the tongue where you see the Jordan Jumpman tongue itself is suede, it is not canvas. And then moving on to the booty of the shoe in this kind of semi-translucent, almost milky type of aesthetic. Get the Jumpman Air branding. It's not an OG colorway, so it doesn't have Nike Air branding. Usually that's a general rule. Not an OG colorway, it gets the Jumpman. Some special sneakers do get an exception, like Armand Manier collaborations. Travis Scott usually gets kind of OG branding for his shoes as well. And this shoe doesn't come with any extra laces, just one set of laces, these white laces out of the box. I would have liked if they gave us orange laces as well. Not that I would wear them, but just as an extra option, since orange is like the main defining characteristic of this colorway. And in terms of cushioning, the Jordan 3 does come with a polyurethane midsole with a Nike unit on the heel, as well as one on the forefoot. Now the midsole of this, most of it is just very nice white, so no like aging and sail and muslin there. But on parts of the midsole, like wrapping around the heel, it is that same color. And in terms of the outsole of the shoe, get this kind of translucent outsole, so not like a plain flat color. And Jordan on the cutout, again, just like the booty, non-OG colorways usually gets that Jordan branding there with the concentric circle patterns up top. I like translucent outsoles, I like icy outsoles, but because it is going for that type of muslin type of color for this outsole, when they make it this type of aesthetic, Yeah, I don't love it. Just looks kind of like bad aged, diluted milk. Not a huge fan. And the insole of the shoe, it is not dream cell, it is not polyurethane, it is just these kind of generic insoles. It is decently thick. And in terms of sizing comfort, I am a wide and flat footer. Generally for Jordan 3s, I just go true to size, whether or not it's women's exclusive. I still go true to size. For me, fits me pretty well. I will say, right out of the box, like when you first put your feet in, this feels a little bit tighter than like other Jordan 3s where the leather is like thinner and like softer right out of the box. So because of this canvas material, it could be a little bit stiff when you first wear it, but break it in, you shouldn't have any problems. I would still recommend going true to size, whether or not you have wide and fat feet. And in terms of just overall comfort, like underfoot, just a polyurethane midsole, so you get a bit of weight savings from like a cup sole that you see on like Jordan 1s or Air Force 1s. And the two Nike Air units, not the best cushioning, especially in 2025, but as far as Jordan Retros goes, it's decent. It is not like the lightest shoe. You can't expect a shoe that came out in 1988 to have like the lightest weight and the most advanced technology, so there's no surprises there. But if you feel like the Jordan 3 is too heavy for you, I don't know, you might be just picky. And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 3 Starfish to 26 out of 40. Pretty low score compared to other general releases. First, this colorway. Usually I am a fan of like all orange shoes. Maybe not as bright as this one, but there's a ton of like deep orange or like burnt orange shoes that I really like the Jordan 5 Dunk on Mars. Really like that. Just like instinctually, that's how I judge colorways usually. Just first look, how do I feel about it? I'm not a huge fan. And in terms of the materials, a bit of personal bias here. I don't love canvas and textile on sneakers, just as a general rule. That's me. And in terms of the hairy suede, that's generally not my favorite as well. I do like smoother, more velvet, plush type of suede. And the suede that you see on the mudguard as well as the heel, where the usual elephant print is, despite what Nike and Jordan Brand wants to tell you, that is definitely not like premium suede there. And in terms of the comfort of a Jordan 3, one of the more comfortable retro Jordans, in my opinion. I think only the 5s, the 13s, the 12s can sometimes hurt my feet with that high arch. So the 5s, 13s, 2s sometimes can be more comfortable than a 3, but if I had to wear this shoe around like all day, I wouldn't have many problems. But it is a pretty flat to the ground shoe, so if you're used to like thick soles, more softer and like really bouncy type of cushioning, maybe the 3 isn't for you. And in terms of versatility, the 3s in terms of the shape, really easy to wear shoe. You can put this on anywhere, no one's gonna second guess. But in terms of the wearability of the colorway though, orange might be a bit too like bold, stand out a bit too much compared to other more subtle colorways like white sneakers or black sneakers or like red and blue combinations. So this orange is definitely kind of eye-catching, but it's not so much where it becomes like offensive. There's been a few Jordan 3 releases this year with the Jordan 3 Rare Air, Jordan 3 Pure Money. The most memorable one for me is the Jordan 3 Soul. Where does this rank amongst the ones that I just mentioned off the top of my head? Probably near the bottom, but I stress that is just completely personal preference and my own opinion. Feel free to call me an idiot. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Jordan 3 Starfish. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come the way of shoes.